So, today we're going to talk about establishing a strong brand identity for your residential construction or remodeling business. You see, brand identity is a complex of visual elements that all come together to create your unique brand. And you need to realize that every brand is associated with certain colors, design, logo. It's these visual elements that the customer remembers, and it's what helps them remember your brand. It's also important to note that this is really important for residential construction businesses. And marketers, of course, need to pay very close attention to brand identity as well. And so here's what we want to really consider when we talk about developing a popular brand. First thing you want to do is define your brand's values and mission. What do you want that brand to stand for? What is the feeling that the client should get when they see your brand? And what we're really trying to do is create an emotional trigger point for that prospective client. So the first thing that we want to focus on is the brand values and the mission of the brand. So your brand has to clearly reflect what your company is doing. And the process of defining your core values and your mission statement is going to come through, a series of steps. So first of all, you have to look at your competitors and look at what are they doing and where's the opening in the field and how can you differentiate yourself. You also want to analyze popular brands within the industry to see what others are doing and how they're setting themselves apart. But most importantly, you're going to want to stay unique when defining your values and your mission statement. And because of that, you're going to create a unique selling proposition, also known as your USP. Your unique selling proposition should show how your residential construction business makes a difference and exactly what's going to set you apart from your competition. That's why it's so important for you to know what those unique strengths are well in advance. You want to compare your services to the services that are being offered by your competitors. What's the advantage that you have? What's the one little thing that you do or the service that you offer that nobody else does? Look at your pricing policies and compare that to the pricing of your competitors. Now, let me say this. It's not about trying to become the cheapest. That's a quick race to the bottom. What you want to look at is your pricing fair and is it within line of what others might be charging for similar services? And if it's going to be higher, then there's an expectation that there is higher quality or additional services or value being provided in that pricing. You should also analyze your reviews and the online reputation of your competitors to see where you stand, where they stand. Do you need more reviews, better reviews? What kind of reviews are they getting? All of this is going to help you figure out what your strengths are and put those into that unique selling proposition. And you really want to get that to a place where you can quickly state what the difference is between you and anybody else. You want to create a memorable brand name and logo. So don't create something that's lengthy and hard to remember. Create something that's very simple, quick to remember, that's easy to anchor into. It's crucial that you set the right brand name for your business. Your business name has to be memorable and correspond with your business values. You also want to create effective logo design for your business. A visual appealing logo is going to have a great impact on your audience. You need to think about what's it going to look like on the side of a truck, a van, on the t-shirt of your team, on a ball cap, on all the marketing pieces you're going to send out. So give some thought to that brand. Don't just jump on to a quick logo maker online and make one. Give some thought to how that's going to look on all sorts of items. And then you also want to make sure that it's unique, that it's simple and easy to remember. You want to make sure that the colors are good, the typography is easy to read for the shape, the letters, that everything comes together into a really clean, precise looking image. You also want a Consistent visual identity. So this is important. Make sure that your brand identity is consistent everywhere, that it's the same brand identity on the side of your truck, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on your t-shirts, on your collared shirts, on your ball cap. Keep the brand consistent everywhere you go. Think in terms of Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola brand always looks the same no matter where you are in the world. Anywhere the brand is presented, it is always consistent. So keep consistent colors in your themes, consistent colors in your website. Use consistent colors in your social media posts. So the visual elements always want to tie in together, but they always want to reflect the values of your brand and communicate the quality and the value that you bring to the consumer. Craft your branding message and your tone of voice. So it's necessary to develop brand messaging for your business effectively. And you also want to create the right tone of voice for your brand. So just as an individual has a unique message, a unique tone of voice, you want to do the same thing for your company to make sure that it's matching up to the values and the mission that aligns with your target audience. And so keep that voice consistent across all channels. So the same brand voice on your website, your blog should be the same brand voice on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. It should match up everywhere you go. And one of the things that will help you with that is, in particular, it's a good idea for there to be a face with the place. Now, typically that's going to be the owner, but it could be somebody else. And so when you have that consistent face with the place, the voice is the same, the tone is the same, and the message should be the same as well. You also want to build brand trust and credibility. And so doing this is really about being consistent, showing up all the time and following through on the things that you say you will do. And so when you build trust and credibility with your potential customers, your existing customers, they're going to become your advocates out in the marketplace. And so what you want to do to help build that trust, get reviews, showcase your past projects, get testimonials, case studies, show off your certifications, show off your association memberships. All of those things create more trust and goodwill with the consumer. So, to summarize, take all of those components and really focus on consistency. What does your brand communicate? Are you consistently using your brand the same way on every platform? Do you have a consistent voice and a consistent message? When you stay consistent, when you're intentional in these things, your brand will serve you well, and people will know who you are simply because they encounter your logo, your t-shirt, your ball cap, your truck. They will have a feeling and a sense of who you are and what you offer. If we can help you develop your brand, schedule a strategy session with us, and I look forward to talking with you soon.